Hey ma,
What's up?
what's up?
Alright.
Alright, we gon' get it on tonight. You smoke,
I smoke.
I drink,
Me too.
well good, cause we gon' get hot tonight. Got drops,
Got coops.
got trucks.
Got Jeeps.
Alright.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be trying to replace the brake pads and maybe even the rotors on my Porsche 911. This is the first time I've ever attempted either of these jobs, and I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest with you. I've spent a few months researching while my car's been in storage over the winter. There are loads of great YouTube videos out there that I'm hoping are going to help me. Chris Fix in particular, his stuff is so easy to follow. He's a really capable guy. I've got my iPad, or my laptop, sorry, ready to go to help me out in case I need to refer to it. Being the amateur that I am, I'm going to try my best. I might screw it up a little. We'll see. But I am raring to go. I'm like 70% excited, 30% pissing my pants. But we'll see what's going on. So let's take a look at some of the kit I've got before I get started. Hopefully I've got everything. I might even have too much, but we'll see. And then I'm gonna do a quick walk around the car and we'll go from there, yeah. So here's all my gear. I've got it out ready and waiting to go. As you can see, I've also got a GoPro over there and I've got a GoPro over there on the side so I can check out my work as I go and get a couple of different camera angles going. So I've got a shitload of socket wrenches and whatever they are, Allen keys. I think there's a breaker bar in there as well, a little one. It's all good. I've got my two blocks to go behind the tires so that my car doesn't move. I'll move them to the front and move them to the back, depending on which side of the vehicle I'm working on, the opposite end. I've got two jack stands. I've got my jack lift. These guys can all hold my Jeep with ease. I double checked the weights before I started, and we've got like 3 ton here, 3 ton there, 3 ton there, so I'm good. And then over here to my trusty Husky mechanics case. So when I moved to Minnesota about 3 years ago and bought a house, I was living in New York City before that and didn't need any of this shit, living in an apartment. Here I am with a house, got myself a nice big garage. What do? I buy myself one of these handy tool cases. I've never really used it in the past couple of years until the past month when I've been accumulating all of this kit to work on my car. And now finally, I'm super excited. I get to welcome it into the world and it's now gonna fulfill its purpose of storing all of this shit. So what have I got over here? I've got a mallet to help me take off the rotor. I've got a big wrench in case we need to unblock a toilet or do something on the wheels with that. I've got some older socket wrenches and sockets here that my father-in-law kindly donated to me, and a whole load of Allen keys. Hopefully that'll come in handy. Left to right here, I've got a micrometer to measure the brake calipers, to measure the rotors, to help me figure out if I actually need to replace them. I've got an impact screwdriver to help me get the rotor off. I've got some compressed air to help me get rid of any niggling dust that is doing my head in. It becomes useful day to day in computers, which is always helpful. Let's see if it translates over to automobiles. I've got my gloves, of course, and my socket wrench. I've then got some ceramic lubricant, which I'm going to be using on some of the bolts, some anti-seize and threadlock blue. These 3 things are going to come in handy on the side of the brake pads, on the caliper bolt, and a few other areas. I've got my brake clean, of course. I've got some wire brushes to clean off the thing that the rotor sticks onto, in case it's all rusted up to bugger. I got my trusty brake pads, Textar brake technology, front and back. Really looking forward to getting these on. And then I've got these rotors. I'll be honest with you, I didn't think rotors were going to be that heavy, but Jesus, that must be 30 pounds. What does it say on the side? I can't see it, but wow, that's pretty heavy. Good God. So that's going to go on my Porsche and slow it down. Hopefully not. Well, actually, hopefully, yeah, it's a brake. Okay, so there's all my kit. And here's my car. I can't wait to get started on it. Again, a little bit terrified, but some great YouTube videos out there that I'm going to watch. Yeah, man, wish me luck. So I'm going to work on my front brakes first, which means I need to put my blocks behind my rear wheels. So I'll go ahead and I'll do that. Okay, so I've now got my blocks behind the car. I'm now going to find the jack point to get this baby off the ground. So this is pretty cool. I've never looked at the spare tire since having bought this car, and it looks like the previous owner left his number plate in here. Wow, yeah, awesome. Marin, maybe Marin County. All right, what I'm looking for is to see if there's a lug connector, which will allow me to loosen the bolts on the wheels. So I'm just gonna have a quick look in here, see if there's anything that looks like. So I just discovered that this kit in the trunk, or the frunk, helped me get off the 4 nuts, and then I needed this one special safety lug connector, presumably to stop people from stealing the tire or the rim here, which fits on that last lug. And now they're all loose, so I can now jack up the car. My research says that I'm going to need one of these guys. Kind of looks like a hockey puck. This was, according to Amazon, something that will actually fit my car. So I'm going to put it on the top of the jack here, and it's going to make sure that I don't damage my car once I put the jack in and start to really put the pressure on. So first off, let's see if I can actually find the point for the jack. Yep, looks pretty simple. So I've jacked up the car, the wheel is now ready to come off. What I haven't been able to do is find any suitable places underneath where I feel comfortable lowering the car onto the jack stands. So I'm going to need to research that a little more. But what I'm going to do in the meantime, in case of failure of the jack, I'm going to put the tire underneath the car. Not ideal, but if the jack does fail, then at least the wheel is going to spread the load over its surface area underneath and hopefully not create any damage. Again, not ideal, but I'm out of options right now. So we'll see how that works. Okay, so here it is. I've got the tire off, and I've put the tire under the car just in case the jack fails. I'm not going under the car, so I feel okay about that. Here's the rotor. I've taken out the nuts and I put them over there in a safe place. Here is the caliper, and I've got to say, I was considering getting rid of this silver caliper and upgrading to a red or a blue to make it a little bit more my kind of style. But you know what? I think I really like it. Maybe it just needs a good clean. So I'm going to give that a clean. The rotors, I can't see any visible cracks. I'm going to measure them to see, you know, how wide they are. I'm also going to see how difficult it is to get these 2 screws off, but I got the impact screwdriver for that. The car's up and it's pretty sturdy. A lot of dirt back there, you can see. I'm going to try and give that a bit of a clean. Chris Fix will be proud of me. Over here on the caliper, I'll just move in a little closer. We've got the brake pad sensor. We've got the brake pads themselves in here. I need to use a punch and take out this holding pin and the bracket. Then I'm going to be able to get to the pads. If I need to replace the rotor, and I'm going to try and do it. So now I need to put my gloves on. Should have done that first. Amateur hour. Here we go. I need to take off. There are 2 pins. Screws back here that I need to loosen to release this caliper. I've managed to get the spring clip out and the brake pad sensors. These were little bitches to get out. I used needle nose pliers. They just wouldn't move. It took a little bit of wiggling, and now having taken a look at them in some more detail, I can see that they've got little grooves to help them stick in there. I don't think I've damaged them, which is good. But man, they were difficult to get out. Really, really frustrating considering that's supposed to be the easy bit. So now I'm going to move on to pushing back the pistons so that I can get my brake pads out and take a look at them. Well, I managed to squeeze the caliper pistons back using this wrench and getting some leverage. But the problem I found was that the brake pads themselves seem to be stuck to the caliper pistons. I don't know if you can see in there. There was a metal sheet across the caliper pistons there, and it was stuck to the brake pad. So I'm probably going to need to get a bit of cleaner in there to see what's going on. But now at least I can take out my 2 old brake pads and put in the 2 new ones. Well, this job is definitely harder than I thought it was going to be. The videos do make it look easy, but I feel like I'm getting there. It's nerve-wracking and shit, man, why did I start this? Why did I start this? I'm gonna get that. I am gonna get that.
Got G's.
Alright, and we gon' take a ride tonight. So
What's up?
let's slide.
Alright.
Alright, and we gon' get
Yo,
it on tonight.
now it's downtown clubbing, ladies' night.
Okay, so I got my brake caliper put back together. I got the brake pads in, I got the retaining clip, brake pad sensors, and the caliper bolt. I gave it a quick clean on the outside. It's not perfect. Now it's time to put the wheel back on, and I've got some of this lovely little thread lock blue stuff to put on my lug nuts just at the very tip to help them prevent them from seizing but staying in place.
Game is tight, I'm laughing back like sure you're right. Get in the car and don't touch nothing. Sit in the car, let's discuss something. Either we love it or I see you tomorrow. Now we speeding up the west side, hand creeping up a left side. I'm ready to do it, ready to bone, ready for dome. 55th exit, damn.
All right, so thanks for watching.